Throughout this series, we want to show you how health and vitality don't have to come at the cost of flavour. And today we have Sandra with us again from Raw Love Superfoods. Thanks for joining us again.
Thanks, Julia. Thanks for having me again. It's great to be here.
Now, okay, well, run us through what exactly we've got here.
Okay, well, here we've got some chia seeds. Now, chia seeds, I've actually soaked them in a little bit of water because they become gelatinous, and that actually is going to help thicken the mousse, and they're very high in protein, and they're also very high in omega-3, so it's fantastic to, as
very nutritious,
to add in. Okay. Got some lovely coconut water there, which has got the beautiful sweet coconut, a slight coconut flavour. It's great for hydration and full of electrolytes, so it's a really lovely thing to add to something like a mousse as well.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
And we have some medjool dates here. Now, I've just soaked those in a little bit of water so that they become a bit softer, because I like the mousse to be really smooth and just very smooth, because that's what a traditional chocolate mousse is like.
Yeah, of course.
And here we've got some almond butter. Now, these almonds have been actually soaked, so they've been activated, and then we've ground them into a lovely butter. So they're really nice in protein as well.
Excellent.
And we have some coconut nectar here. Now, this is a sweetener that we use that's taken from the sap of the coconut tree, and it's really, really low in GI, but it's got a beautiful caramelly-like flavour. Yeah. And it's just fantastic for adding and making that decadent food.
Okay.
And here, this is the raw cacao, or our raw chocolate. And most chocolate that most people would know of has been highly processed, and all the goodness has been taken out of it in that processing. And as well as they've added milk solids and sugar to it. So, but this, what we're using today, is totally raw. It's only the chocolate. There's nothing in it, and it's very high in magnesium, and it's got some iron and vitamin C in it as well. So it's great.
Yum.
To add
so
to
that would be the healthiest sort of chocolate you could have.
Absolutely, yeah. And it really is a health food for us. It's really great to add some of that into our diet.
Happy days. Okay, what's next?
And we've got some lovely ripe avocado here.
Okay.
So that's going to give us the fluffiness of the mousse and some body, and then we've got some coconut water, which I've just got melting in some warm water to keep it
coconut
liquid.
oil.
Coconut oil, sorry, yeah.
Okay, excellent. So how do we start this process? Is it simple? Because it looks a little bit tricky.
No, it's very easy. What you actually need is a high-speed blender. Yeah. And because we want it to be very smooth. So this is, I'm using a Vitamix. It's a really powerful blender, and it's really easy. We'll get started, hey?
Okay, so what goes in first?
So what we're going to be putting in is the chia seeds.
Okay. So they're nice and gelatinous there.
Yeah, and they'll blend up really well too.
Excellent.
And we add some the coconut water into that.
Grab that for you.
Thank you. You're a great assistant.
I try my best.
And then, okay, so a bit of noise.
Yeah. So that's going to break down the seeds in there?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And will it still stay quite gelatinous?
No, it'll thin out quite a bit because we've added the coconut water to
it. Okay, so we'll cut that off now.
There we go, that's fine.
Okay, so blend it up nicely.
And then what we do is we just add the dates. And so we're going to blend these so that the dates end up being very smooth and a bit like a date paste.
Right, okay, that'll be nice and creamy too. Excellent. And dates are really sweet, but they've got a really nice, they've almost got a caramel flavour to them, don't they?
Yeah. And it's great, they're fresh. You know, so it's a living food, so it's much better than using processed as a sweetener than using processed sugars and processed sweeteners. Yeah. So it's much better for us. Now this needs to be blended for a while as well to get really smooth.
And so you couldn't use dry dates in this?
No, you always use the fresh dates, and the reason for putting the water is to soften them more. The dried dates you would never be able to soften that much.
Yeah. Okay. So that's been blended for a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, so that's nice and smooth. You can see that in there. And then really quite simply, we just add everything else in. Okay. So it's really not a long process.
So this is the almond butter.
The lovely almond butter.
And could you use other types of butter as well? I know you can get cashew butters and things like this.
I wouldn't use a cashew butter, but you could use a macadamia butter. A macadamia butter would be beautiful.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, really
very nice.
A little bit of a different flavour. And the coconut nectar.
So you do really want that sweetness, but you're not getting anything processed. You've got the coconut nectar and the dates.
And the chocolate, the gorgeous chocolate.
Yeah.
We love chocolate, don't we?
We love chocolate. Especially when we know it's healthy.
And this is a really great way to get avocado into your children's diet.
Well, I was
because
going to
they
say,
don't even know that it's in there.
No, not at all. And it's a very unusual thing to be putting into chocolate mousse. I don't think anyone would realise.
Our coconut oil.
And so you've melted that coconut oil,
Yeah.
obviously, because it's hard at room temperature.
Yeah. And this is so good for us. It's so great for so many things.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then we just blend.
Start off slowly and build up.
Now what you do need to do is you need to just blend it a little bit and then mix it around a bit.
Yeah, okay.
It's just something that doesn't need to be blended on high because it's quite thick, so you just keep blending, just mix it around and blend it very slowly.
That was so quick. I mean, I know we haven't finished yet, but that was really quite simple. Once you've got everything prepared and ready to go,
it's very easy.
It's definitely something that you could get ready for a dinner party quite easily. Okay.
Let's see if that's ready. That's ready.
All right, perfect. All right, so we've got a nice little glass here.
And I just give it a little bit of a mix around as well, just to make sure that it's really completely done.
Oh, that is so nice and glossy as well. Look at that. That was seriously quick and easy. We're ready for a dinner party right now.
There we go. And look, you can
Maybe we'll
decorate
just
it
eat it.
however you like, but you can just add some strawberries to that.
Lovely.
And what it will need to do is set a little bit, but it's great in the freezer. You can freeze it, and it's fantastic frozen when it defrosts.
Yeah.
And
make it ahead of time and just
beautiful mint.
freeze it or keep it in the fridge ready for the party.
Yeah, and no one will know the difference. They won't know there's avocado in it. They won't know there's chia seeds in it.
They won't know it's healthy for them. Here's a little idea we've done earlier. How classy does that look, seriously? To bring that out after a nice, sophisticated dinner party, and your guests will think that you've been in the kitchen for a while with the cream and all the sugars, and they'll think it's divine, but they won't know it's healthy. It's full of superfoods.
Absolutely. It's just a great way to get all of these things like the chia seeds, the avocado, the beautiful dates, coconut water, get those foods into your diet and still have the treat or the decadent dessert.
Or even breakfast.
You could have it for breakfast. It would probably be more healthy than a lot of people's breakfast.
Yum. Sounds good. I'm going to try that one day.